A scrap metal business is shaking up neighbors in Newport, literally. Thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Craig McKee.
I'm Tanya O'Rourke. Those living in the Clifton area of Newport say explosions at a nearby recycling facility are damaging property and prosperity. Reporter Marielle Carbone shows us the action local community members are taking.
This is the sound neighbors in the Clifton section of Newport wake up to often.
Oh, it scares the heck out of you. And yeah, you just jump out of bed and then you're shaking for a few minutes, all in proximity.
Jeff Zemanek lives above River Metals Recycling in Newport. This video is from his neighbor's yard and shows an explosion at the facility.
You don't think RMR right away. It's like with everything going on in the world, what's happening here, you know, and your house shakes, the windows rattle.
RMR is a scrap metal company that crushes, demolishes, and dismantles items, including cars. Gasoline or propane left inside can lead to what neighbors call a car bomb when the car is being shredded.
It makes you feel like your windows are going to blow out, something's going to collapse.
Amanda Smith says it's a quality of life issue as well as an environmental one. So neighbors have been making their own noise, raising concerns to city and state leaders as well as RMR itself. Smith and Zemanek are part of a neighborhood committee leading the charge and asking for the explosions to stop. But
we don't feel like we're moving forward as we feel that we should or be heard, and that's our frustration.
City Manager Tom Fromme tells me the city is actively working on legislation to address the issue. He wouldn't go into much detail, but says we continue to monitor them to determine if any violations of existing ordinances occur. Plus, there's legal action happening. A class action lawsuit against RMR claims the business failed to exercise ordinary care to assure that gasoline explosions do not occur. Neither Zemanek or Smith are the plaintiff on the lawsuit, but would fit under the class, which covers people living within a mile of RMR. The lawsuit alleges each member has lost property value and that the explosions create noise that jeopardizes and degrades the quality of life. It's currently ongoing, and River Metals Recycling says it doesn't comment on ongoing litigation, but in a statement says, in the recycling of metals, there can be occasional combustion events. River Metals has a formal plan to keep these at a minimum. These events do not cause safety or environmental harm.
I just really hope that this can bring awareness to other people, and I hope somewhere along the line that they can find some better answer to be better neighbors.
What being a good neighbor means varies. Both Smith and Zemanek would be happy to see RMR relocate, but also say efforts to enclose or reduce the noise could make a big difference.
We're in an active residential neighborhood here, which just happens to be at the very edge of it a scrapyard. And the ordinances have to change, the laws have to change. I mean, you know, Cincinnati, you know, how many years ago they slaughtered pigs in downtown Cincinnati? They don't do that anymore. And
oral arguments were heard in the class action lawsuit last month. Since then, the judge hasn't filed any orders in the case. Reporting in Newport, I'm Marielle Carbone, WCPO 9 News.